Cue music. And hello, everyone. I'm Dan Lutz, and I'm here with my co-host,
DANK.
and we're here on the front lines in the battle against the deep state, the cabal, the Illuminonkeys, and all those that wish to enslave all of humanity for their own selfish reasons. And it looks like I'm coming to you live from New York, as you can see from my background. Got all the cars moving there, so looks like I made it here just in time for the New York Assembly.
Yep.
But
Yeah, the assembly meeting was it's official today. The officers were voted into place. We'll still have a vote next week sooner to vote in the treasurer and a vice president. But we have the core officers that we needed to formally establish that the New York Assembly, the de jure, voice, which will be collectively the voice of we the people here in New York. And it was a little rocky there, a little bit rocky, but we got through it okay. First time, and trying to vote people in place and kind of embrace getting everybody to, do motions and do things like that, which is not normally how we have a call. And but all in all, it was good, and I'm thrilled about it. I feel like we've got great people there in position. And everybody else seemed to be excited. And the National Assembly was on their national call, and they erupted with excitement. They were very happy. So, I cannot emphasize this enough. To me, this is the first domino. Sometimes your lack of experience, like my lack of experience, in getting these things done, is should be one of the most encouraging things for anybody out there to do the same thing. Because sometimes I'm like, if I can do it, I mean, anybody, right? There's so many people much, much more qualified than me to do it, right? So, if I can struggle through meeting all these people that are formed, right? And the people in New York come together, why not everybody else in every other state? And I do want to clarify that this is the de jure courts. This is the de jure grand jury, right? The grand jury that is talked about in the organic constitution. This is what is lawful, that the people have their own grand jury, right? And the other night I guess it didn't come across clearly. People thought I was implying that we're getting rid of lawful America. That is not the case. We will never get rid of lawful America. Lawful America will always be a body that is designed to understand, comprehend, the laws and identify where there is needs, where people's rights are being violated, and to assist with creating, resentments and helping the de jure grand jury and the assemblies for every state in the country. That's the idea, right? And in this case, we're pushing to get these assemblies set up. That's the effort right now, and we're working with and right now very closely with the National Assembly, which has been doing this for about 9 years, 10 years. So, and the only reason why we had to set up Lawful America in the first place is because there were others who had done things like this, but they never did anything with it, right? They were afraid to get arrested or whatever, one reason or another. And we also went back to the original Declaration of Independence, which is law. And in this declaration, right, this is the founding document of our entire country, this is signed by the Iroquois Nation. So, in other words, they're acknowledging the sovereignty. And then in this agreement, as part of it, stipulation is that the supreme law of the land of this original Articles of Confederation and the treaties. In other words, these are two-row agreement. Basically, they govern their land in their way, and then we adopted everything.
What does that mean? Two-row agreement.
So the two-row is the two-row lump, right? And this is how the Iroquois would communicate, because they have an oral tradition, right? So they have these beads, this long beaded belt, right? It's like their method of how they communicated the symbolism, right? And there's two rows that go on the belt. So it's a white belt, and there's like two rows of beads down the middle of it, and they go side by side. They go all the way up, but they never intersect, right? So in other words, they work in harmony, running parallel, but each maintaining its individuality and sovereignty, right? And that's the idea of what is supposed to happen with the Native Americans of the entire country, basically, because this is the standard and precedent, right? And then and then the European settlers, right? But in this is, in the Articles of Confederation, this is where the Iroquois are working as it says, as friends and allies in peace forever, right? And this original Iroquois Confederacy Constitution is actually referred to by them by the power, and I think it's the League of Power and Peace or something like that, right? But everything about it is about empowering the people, right? It's showing that sovereignty really comes from our relationship to the land, right? And we draw from the land, and we have a responsibility to take care of the land and each other, and that we are independent, we are sovereign of ourselves. Now that whole idea comes from, the Iroquois, because every European that came over here to settle, from the Dutch to the English and whoever else, they were all under kings, right? So their version of sovereignty was a kingship, right? But in the original Organic Constitution, in those first 10 years, they, the corporate entities, and this is where the founding fathers get the bad rap, right? Because it would appear that the federal government didn't have enough control. But in other words, they wanted to put it under a hierarchy. That's why they introduced the Constitution the way they did. But, so we're taking it back to the land. The last honor agreement where all of the the Iroquois tribes actually signed. And then you go back to the Declaration of Independence that really maps it out. All that language, all that idea, the concept of the free people comes from the Iroquois.
I learned this when I was young in school, right? That the Constitution, the Iroquois, had influence on how the Constitution was actually come about, right? And but my kids, they never learned that. I asked them at one point, and then they were really they're surprised. So it's kind of like taking that. I got some wind kicking.
Well, you and I grew up.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like where you live, where you grew up, where I grew up is very similar, right? Yeah. And those things, both those territories were eventually, they were all at one point Iroquois nation, right? It extended all the way out to Montana, all the way down to Florida, right? So, and where I was brought up, I mean, because I grew up in Horseheads, right? And like so Horseheads is a town. It was an Indian town. It was an Iroquois town. Yeah.
It was me too. Not that town, but I was brought up in a Indian town, Aliquippa Indians.
Exactly. Yep. So so it's like in Horseheads. I mean, it's named. You have a lot of towns like that, like Fishtail. These are all Indian towns, right? Like the Indians are starving one winter, so they kill the horses to eat, and then they put the heads of the horses all along the border of the town to honor them, right? And then the area is known as Horseheads, right? So now things like that. Now, so we were taught all the time. I mean, we had very, very active, Indian interaction, like Iroquois lessons, everything. I mean, every year, very, like weeks at a time. We have teachers who come in dressed like Iroquois, things like that. But I guess that's not normal. I mean, that's not what normally happens now. At least definitely not now. My kids are way about it. So, but anyways, that core agreement, right? You'll see in the Declaration of Independence, it refers to natural law, right? We always talk about common law, right? And everybody who's dealing with common law is like, this is common law, it's all things common. Well, here's the difference. Common or natural law recognizes our oneness with the planet and our dependency on nature and certain things in nature to survive, right? Like don't kill each other would be natural law, right? It's just natural, right? Like the Ten Commandments type of stuff, right? Like if you kill people, we won't survive, right? You shouldn't do that. Like gravity, that's also a natural law. Like, things are just that we just know, right? That you don't do, right? And but they're all things natural. These are rights that we are born with innately to survive. And then, but common law goes all the way back to the Magna Carta, where the king finally, under duress, signed and said that basically, he was on the same level as the people, and there was the Commonwealth, right? And so you have common law, but really it was he still set up in his favor to be able to collect taxes, right? And it was the Commonwealth, but then the people felt like they were part of it. So we were talking about it, like we can talk about the Magna Carta, but the Great Peace Agreement hates the Magna Carta, number one. Number two, that's the actual agreement that the settlers, knew about and learned about being sovereign, which established our whole form of government, right? So why would we reference something to do with a king unless there's something with that king?
And all that the Magna Carta did was it actually said that the land is for the nobility, which there's all the others, the barons and all the earls and all the other, royals, not just the king. Right. So that they had say over their lands, and so it's
that's where it goes back to. That's the difference, right? In their word magic of we the people of the United States of America. And then the next time, it's reference to something about it just talks about the people. It's not talking about the same people. It says the citizens of the United States. Mm-hmm. Now those are two different things, right? Yeah. That's their word. Right. The citizens of the United States versus we the people of the United States of America.
So citizens is in the civil society of the 10 square miles of Washington, D.C., which are employees of the corporation.
Right. The citizens are slaves, and they don't have any rights as people, right? It's also the reason why they could...
Because they're not people. They're
right.
persons.
Right. So this is now all of this bullshit. You know, we talked about that we're putting the definitions of every word that has a questionable meaning behind it to define it, because we as the people, as the actual people, it is inclusive of all of the people. Now that's what it should be. That's why we in our assembly meeting today, because we have a treaty with them, and that's the supreme law of the land. Now, what they did was, because they looked at it as the landowners, right? The landlords, like you said, they're the lords, and they lord over the land. So you're right. So Magna Carta gives them power as a royal elite hierarchy,
Right.
you know, allowing them to rule, and the rest of us stay down, because they're the people. And the way it would be is that, you know, soldiers would go away to war, and when they'd come back, everything was supposed to be paid for because they were the people. So a lot of the sovereign man movement, they're trying to take advantage of that stuff, and they claim that they're the people, right? Well, the reality is we are the people, and we get to define what those terms mean, because what's more...
Hello, Tank. Cannot hear you. Okay. Well, that is correct. You know, we're the people, and we get to say. Are you back? Okay.
I came on.
Yeah, you were gone. Might have been I was gone, but I didn't get any message about it. I stopped hearing you.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So, anyways, the actual law of the land, right, was already the Iroquois agreement, the Great Peace Agreement, right? So this is what the settlers came into, and the Iroquois grafted them in. All of us grafted all of us in, right? But they're hesitant, you know, because they don't want to get wrapped up in our way of thinking. Meaning, not that it's our way on this call, but you know, this corporate bureaucracy,
Right.
you know, that we have.
The virus.
But right, so for that to change, we have to go back to those real laws, which are, because what it says is that the supreme law of the land is the Constitution and the treaties, both signed before the establishment of the country and now, right? So that's key, because this goes all the way back to these, you know, original two-row agreement, right? And that's still in force. So we have violated the treaty as the United States of America, but it's really not us, the people. It's the corporate entity they violated, right? Now the corporate entity works for us, but they create the illusion that they are above us and over us. So if the people don't come together and assemble and say, you cannot do that to us as the people, or you can, and including the Native American people, because they're also the people, and we are the ones who are the people. The reason why we get put into slave ship and they become the people who are benefiting, right? The big landowners, the corporations, and all that, is because in 1870, when the corporations came in, they were in force until the de jure government, or the people, government by the people, stepped back into place. So today, it's historic. At least here in New York, that's where it all started, because the people stepped back into place.
Well, yeah, it is good. I'm glad I was able to make it there. And this is, of course, why I have New York in my background. So I'm also showing off the ability to do animated backgrounds.
It's so cool.
Yeah, so that's a new feature in Zoom. But before it was just still shots. Anyway, I thought it would clarify.
Yeah, you're not New York.
I'm not New York. Otherwise,
I really appreciate that.
oh yeah, no, I wish I really was there. At least there. And I was like, well, I hear you're doing also, that you're going to the other states, but then you're going to do a national assembly. So So
Yeah, so that the head of the National Assembly came on, and they were talking about that.
yeah.
National, which
So
I'm.
would there be an international assembly? Just curious if that.
I'm not sure exactly. Because I'm not sure exactly what the what the. I mean, because really, if you recognize one nation, like if you recognize the Iroquois alone, right, as a sovereign nation, they cross over into Canada, right? So then you have just with us in New York. New York's its own country, its own nation.
Right.
Iroquois is its own nation, and then Canada is its own nation, right? So that already would be international.
Right.
So I'm sure they will have something. I don't know. But to be honest, I don't even hardly want to get into that. I just want to get the state set up. Let's one at a time and get everybody else to do the same thing. And I feel like, look, I hear all the time. Every time we do something, all the haters come out from Facebook, right? Living in their mom's basement and talking about how they know how to do everything. And they start running their mouth about one thing or another. And this guy came out today telling everybody I was a criminal or something like that. I was setting up the illegal de jure government, right? And started running his yap. I'm like, well, tell me what you can do, man. Do it better. Show me.
Yeah. What's the right way to do it? Since what we have is, are you denying that it's a corporation that basically has been running things and basically conned the people? Are you taking that stance? And if you are, then what is the correct way?
Yeah, I mean, all I have on my side is facts, history, documentation, standard practice. But on his side, he's got Facebook. So how can I compete with that?
Well, it's very easy. You just put thumbs down, unlike it.
Ah, right.
You could unfriend him too, but that's really extreme.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Keep those guys close. Know what you're talking about. No, I don't know. I don't actually go on Facebook. I hear reports. I mean, I have a Facebook page, but I don't use it.
Yeah, me too. I told my daughter. I just was curious. So I'm just posting things there so I can not lose track of them.
And you know what? I used my first Facebook page that way. It was great. I used it just for posting pictures to the family. And then, later on, I found out all this crazy stuff. Some guy hacked my Facebook and tried to put up a defaming report on me and say all these bad things about me.
Oh yeah.
It gets a little tight. I gotta be honest.
You would think that Zuckerberg has something better to do than troll you.
You think so? Apparently not. It's I'm not tired, and I feel great, and I'm encouraged, and I feel strong, and I'm healthy, and I'm happy. I'll tell you what, and I am just starting to build up speed, and our whole team collectively is just getting stronger, right?
Yes.
Every now and again, right? And present company included, of course. And
oh, thank you.
But every time that these haters come out of they come out of nowhere, right? And they just start running their yap about one thing or another. And then it's unfortunate to me the people that they're so uninformed, and they're pretty much innocent, right? And they just show up there to pick them up, right? That's what they do. Anybody that shows any kind of slight interest, they show up and they're just they're bullies, right? They're hyenas. They just show up to try to take apart good work that we're doing. And that's unfortunate, and so I am encouraged, if I understood correctly from Thomas tonight, is that there's some pretty big stuff going on, right? Because as we reported earlier this week, right, they were the Order of the Black Sun was trying to sell the United States to China for $2.2 trillion. And what they tried to do is they tried to drain out all of the pension funds and the Social Security accounts, right, and sell them all. So that got blocked right away, right? I think that was last Friday. So that's the typical BS they do, right? then Jared Kushner, right? He's over FEMA now, right? Or he's like, directing things. So what does he do? He gets all the masks and all the nebulizers and stuff, and he tries to sell all that off to other countries, right? And this is like the same scam they ran 2 years ago or a year ago, whatever it was, a year and a half ago, with Hurricane Michael in Paradise, California, when we tried to bring in money to the people, right? New money into the banks, new money into the people, and they blocked that. So now finally, Trump is catching on, I guess, right? And he's furious, right? This is happening. So he let a bunch of people go in his cabinet, right? Now, Thomas reported tonight, but I have other sources as well. So,
but he also got rid of like a whole bunch. I know a dozen. Or I forgot what the number is. It was like a dozen, maybe it's 20 inspector generals.
What is an inspector general actually? Excuse me.
It's okay. Every time they want to do some kind of investigation, it's just the guy that does the investigation, right? He just gathers the data for the Congress or for the for the government in general. So they're going to assign someone the role. But if they were all, say Obama appointees, right?
Yep.
Then they are gone now. Mass firing today. So it was a big number. I don't know if they said a dozen or not. I just woke up. I also only had 1 hour of sleep last night. The alarm goes off to get onto the meeting for New York Assembly. So I did pretty good for only having an hour of sleep. But,
I'm glad you're there.
Yeah, well, it's okay. But there's definitely, these last 3-4 days, it's been difficult to sleep. That's kind of unusual. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy. I feel like it is. My whole team's been talking about it too. Like, like energy is just really high right now in a lot of ways. A lot of change going on. I still hear a lot of these reports, this master planning and whatever, which I get. I understand something's brewing, right? But at the end of the day, I've been consistently saying, like, there is no deals without kids. There's no deals. Nothing will happen. So even with all the stuff that appears to be happening, it's kind of like the coronavirus, right? Everyone's hearing about it. Not many people really know anybody who has it, right? But now I'm getting reports of different people having these experiences, but the hospitals are empty.
Yeah.
Nothing going on. You know what they're doing? They're actually collapsing the environment around us, right, to make it more uncomfortable. So now you're already in your home, right? Now they've got stores like at least at night I can go out to like a 7-Eleven, right? And they're starting to lock all those stores down early, right? So they can't even go to after 8 o'clock at night, which is ridiculous.
Right. What's the reason for that? The virus doesn't like to be out at night, or it only comes out at night? Is it a vampire virus?
Right. Something like that, right? But to make matters worse, now across the street from my house is like a football field, a school, and a basketball court, stuff like that, right? And the superintendent of schools, she shut down because this was like the one place in town, right? Where I can my kids over, they could just ride freely on ride the bikes and stuff right there on the track, and they walk there, and some of the other parents would come there, and the kids would play and they'd take out a soccer ball. It wouldn't be close, right? Everybody's far away, but there was like maybe 12 people in total on a massive football field, right? And the superintendent decided there's too many people here, let's shut it down. Now this is an order they've been given, right? Because they want to collapse the environment around us, so we have no place to go, right? So where this is still because social interaction, real social interaction, not Facebook, because Facebook's filled with just negative people. It'll stop into any conversation you're having. You're talking about the goodness of life and flowers, and love, and they'll jump in and grind up your hope and lovely conversation by saying something terrible like love leads to heartbreak, right? Because that's their job. All they do, their job is to hate, right? And to promote fear. So I'm going to bring this up. If this stays this way for too much longer, one of the first things I'm going to bring up to the assembly is the state has absolutely no rights, no constitutional right to declare a state of emergency. Number one, period. that violates people's fundamental rights. Number two, this is public space. You don't have the right to block off public space, right? Like, we should be able to go, like, we picked that school. I can't go to that school. I can't walk across the street to school.
Well, there's a volunteer system, right, where we all kind of agreed, okay, we'll stay in, right, for the most part. Yeah, we're gonna go get our food and so on. We agreed, but now it's like the lockdown. You know, I was listening to SGT report, and he gave a report about this guy that was paddleboarding, a single guy in Malibu Beach, California, right? Single guy in the ocean, and they came up in a boat and arrested him, put him in handcuffs, gave him a $1,000 fine, and took him to jail. There's no group of people, right? What was he doing? Was the virus going to be surviving in the salt water? I don't.
They're getting instructions, right, to do dumb things like this, not considering how it's going to affect the psychological, emotional, mental state, right? So now, if I create fear, and then even though they're saying that the virus is leveling off, there's less deaths, right? Which even the deaths right now, we know that 84% of them are bullshit, right? They're not even from this, right? The number of deaths from pneumonia, 0. The number of flu deaths now is 0. What happened? People stopped dying from the flu? No. Everything is flu related, pneumonia related, COPD, anything related to breathing, they're now tagging as corona. Now that is a fact. But it goes further than that because they're labeling everything else as corona.
Well, I think living has something to do with breathing. So
yeah,
if you're living, you might be labeled as corona.
Something like that. Great. So all this stuff.
Your volume got weak. Your volume is low.
How is my volume crazy?
You were fine, and then it just dropped.
Does not make sense. 1 second. I mean, feel free to talk about something else.
Okay. Well, anyway, the SGT report was kind of giving like a, why are we letting them take our rights away? Why are we in the home? Why are we allowing them to do this? Right? And he's, basically said this, we should not be, complying. Is basically the take on this. The X22 report, actually, they had kind of a conversation. Sean from SGT and Dave from X22, they had an interview with each other like 2 days ago, and Sean is more frightened about what may happen. That he believes in Trump, but he doesn't know if the people around him are not going to just sell him down the river, and he's not going to be able to get the things accomplished, and we've given up too much already. But Dave says this is all part of the plan, right? This is trust the plan. This is all going to work out. And I tend to side with Dave, right? I think that this is a very elaborate plan. I mean, I go to my theory that it's Tesla's plan. It goes back that far, and that Tesla was going to be really the using the ability to see into the future with his devices, and Project Looking Glass, and how Trump's able to outmaneuver them on this basis because the military is using this technology to see into the future, and they can counter every move. And this is such an unusual battle, an unusual war, this hidden war, and you hear Trump giving these daily briefings. It is a war briefing about how it's going, and it's like he brought it from 148 countries to 153 to 151, and now it's up to 182 countries where they're fighting the invisible enemy, and everything descriptions and the setup, and then how it unfolds, as we see, like we knew what was going to happen in the impeachment. We knew they were going to impeach the year before they did, right? Before they even got out, before Trump took office, we knew they were going to impeach. It was all this stuff is predicted ahead of time. Now, QAnon didn't start until I think after the first year or two in 2017. So in 2016, we didn't hear anything from Q, so it was just laying the groundwork. So I do think that that this is involving some technology, and that we are winning. And it's hard to say exactly what is going to happen because the stage is set, and it keeps getting set. More things are put out, and more things are put out. When first you're setting the table for a meal, right? You're gonna put out here's the plate, here's the fork, here's the spoon, and the knife, right? And, okay, everyone's ready. We're all going to sit down, and we're going to begin. Oh wait, no, we got to put out the napkins, right? All right, everyone's going to come in. No, wait, not yet. We're going to put out some flowers in the vase in the center. Okay, we're ready. Then bring out something else. You bring out something else. And we keep setting the table, but there seems to be a purpose behind this anticipated, like other shoes ready to drop, constantly. And so that's why it's so unusual, right? It's not a war that we know. It's
well, I agree that stuff is happening without question, and I'm sure there's all types of factors from multiple dimensions and multiple perspectives, and pieces going on, and I will also say, I mean, it's the most transparent thing right now is the very obvious continued attempt to execute the agenda, right? The plan. This plan is not the one that ends with us alive. Now, that's very obvious, and I tend to agree with SGT, right? That's and not that I think I do not believe there is any possibility of us losing. However, I do think it's essential to understand and really comprehend just how fragile and how thinly that we're going to win this.
We're walking the bleeding edge, right? We're balancing on a razor blade, right? And we're walking this on tiptoes, from one side to the other, and we are following the plan of the cabal right next to the plan of the Patriots / Tesla, right? And it's like it's just that.
Well, no, I don't believe that either. I believe that this is the restoration plan, which was designed by Kim, because every other plan that I hear about still goes back to the same group that I know are corrupt.
Well, Tesla saw Kim.
Okay, maybe, okay. Which, by the way, I dig that theory. I think that's a fun theory. So I don't want to completely blow it out of the water because you're right. But and that could be. I mean, that's. I do believe that is plausible. I mean, that's possible. But the fact that there's a plan in place where the only way to save everyone is that we all that 90% of the population gets killed. That should not be an option, right?
Right.
And even looking at it around us is like, look what is happening. This is exactly the kind of tactic. If they had the same technology during World War II, where Germany was attacked, and it wasn't just the Jewish people, right? There was a lot more deaths of that in that whole war. I mean, there was more Russians killed. That's not talking about, right? I mean, there was genocide. There was attacks on people. Now, there is an attack specifically on America, right? And they continue to try to turn. And the worst part is they're so arrogant. They're so cocky about it.
Yeah.
Right? They keep thinking they keep one person goes down, another knucklehead steps in there and thinks, oh no, I know what to do, right? And they think they're gonna run things over. So now you got Kushner in there, the Mossad agent working on the inside, which explains a lot. I mean, I always suspect that, but it's like, okay, now it's confirmed. So it's like things like this are constantly happening. So now Trump's got his own family. I mean, that's
Well, Kushner is his family. I mean, his daughter married him. So we've got a problem where he's like he also got rid of what was the New Jersey governor? He was going to be
the heavyset guy.
Yeah, the heavyset guy. I forget.
I can't remember his name right now.
But I always liked him. Carrot was it Carrot? Not Carrot. Was it? Anyway, but he was supposed to be the chief of staff for Trump, but it was Kushner that got rid of him. Right. Right. And so, but that put he knew how to run it, right? So now Trump was without someone to run the White House, as the chief of staff. So he couldn't run the staff, within the government, understand what the government's supposed to be doing, or how knows the lay of the land of the government, where all the erasers and staplers are. You got to know how the stuff works so you can accurate. So it kind of put Trump off a little bit in the beginning. So at that point, I was not sure what to think about Kushner from that time, and there was things along the way. I heard, oh, he's Mossad, right? Okay, well, everybody is, right? So I don't know what to think about that, but now I kind of think, well, maybe there is something to it, right? So.
Well, I mean, these things did happen, right? So anybody, out there, governments, mid-level people that are trying to figure out what just happened, what I can tell you is that you'll notice the dates keep getting pushed back. We're going on 4 weeks now since, Stephen Rowe said 2 weeks people will have checks, right? What? Now think about it. You're the Treasury, right? You have the money. You would think, right? That's what most people think. You have money. Why don't you cut it? You took my taxes last year. You should have the money, right? Lots of money was taken. So where is it? Well, they don't have the money, and they can't bring it in. And when they do try to bring it in, the one thing that they are fighting, and everybody needs to be aware of this, every time somebody goes and attacks us, now think about what they're attacking us for. We are assembling the people because the government draws its power from the governed. But the only way that can be measured and be accounted for is if the people stand up together. Now, the people have to have a collective, a consensus. And to do that, they have to have the same information and know what's real.
Right.
The problem right now is nobody knows what's real, right?
Right.
And the few of us that, have the best view on the ground, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And try to put it out. The problem is that there's so much, and the messages are pressed so much that it's a challenge now. But that's why we have to get creative right now. So today, establishing the New York State Assembly and putting in, or the New York Assembly, right? New York Assembly, not the corporation, but the People's Assembly, which we have the right to do to peaceably assemble.
Yeah,
right?
you only got knocked off twice.
Right. So, and we have the right because there has to be a way to redress grievances, right? The redress grievances, right? Because there's issues, right? There's damage that's being done, right? And that has to be accountable. So, how much damage does it take place? And what people keep thinking is this happens to other people. Well, now everybody's locked in their house, and unfortunately, a lot of people are just thinking, I wish people would just stay inside. They're so irresponsible. But no, you're just so ignorant that you're not paying attention because you don't want to let go of what you think a virus is or what you think is happening. Meanwhile, even more dangerous than that, we're enslaved right now. Rather than in prison in our homes, the whole world.
Yeah.
And right now, what other conclusion could we have that they think they're in control or that they are in control? Now, this is where it comes down to what you said, do not comply. But it's a fine line. You don't want a few people going out and, standing up to this, just a few, because if you do, they're going to get arrested and they'll disappear. Right? It's something where our power is in the collective agreement of the reality of what's actually taking place. And there's a million ways that this can change. But the number one thing that needs to happen right now, Thomas talked about forces coming in, right? Like actual military-style forces coming in, bringing in materials for free, because they're they managed to stop the supply chain, right? They're hoarding supplies, and they're Kushner just sold off, a bunch of medical supplies, right? Now, when something like that happens, it's like, you've got to be kidding me, right? Like, how is that still even a possibility? And it's very simple when you think about it. Cut these people off. Cut them off. You either act in the best interest of the people or you're gone. Period. You make one dumb move like this where you make a deal so you can put some money in your pocket while other people suffer, then you're gone.
Yeah.
You can't win at the expense of, families going hungry. And that is, something that could happen if it was to go on. I don't believe it will, but it's odd. Like, I'm getting stopped at the store as if the virus is getting worse, but it's not. If anything, there's so much evidence now from credible doctors saying this is not true.
Well, yeah,
the doctors here in the ICU. Go ahead.
Yeah, even the briefing that Trump gave today, it was more, it appears like that everything has already peaked. It's peaked in New York. It's already declining, right? So this is not going to play well with the media, right? How are they going to do? How are they going to pump up the numbers now? There's just not enough people dying, right? They have to make the people that were already dead die again. Yeah. How are they going to do it, right? So it's falling apart, right? And their story is not working. People are going down to the hospitals just like you did, right? And looking, and there's nobody there, and they're laying off people, right? The people are not going there, right? Because there's not enough people. Everyone's staying home. No one's getting hurt.
Well, and that's what they want to happen, right? Their programming is actually working against them because they made people so docile that the idea of fighting back doesn't even really occur to you. But you make people hungry enough, right? You make the circumstances bad enough, people will fight each other, for whatever they need to do to get fed, right?
Yeah.
Or to get stuff for their kids. So now it doesn't have to happen, right? President Trump, somebody tell President Trump, we had an official vote today. We recorded everything, we did it lawfully. The New York Assembly of the People is the government. Now, look, I've already put this plan out there, but it still holds true, is that if every county forms an assembly, on those assemblies you have to have your moderator, your secretary to be inscribed, to take the minutes. You have to have a sergeant of arms, and you have to have a treasurer. Now, if every county had a treasurer, why couldn't that county, because it's an assembly of the people, couldn't the people decide if money came in for support for anything? Couldn't those people be the ones who decided where the money went? But it would take the people to come together in every county, right? It would take that to get money out to the people. Now, imagine how quickly the assembly of the de jure government, of the actual government the way it's supposed to run, would take effect if suddenly people realize you're only going to get money if you establish an assembly. I'll bet you assemblies would form in no time.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I think we are, because obviously it doesn't even appear that we have a working government, does it? What appears to me that we have is a faction that is trying to seize control and take power away from the people,
Right.
and put it back in the hands of a very elite few, establish a hierarchy that is loyal to the crown. And that's why we're all subject to the coronavirus, the crown. And they're reestablishing their control right now. So it takes, 3%? Isn't that who stood up against the British?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So
The three bring the 30.
yeah.
And then 30% make everything happen. 3% are the leaders. So we're waiting right now. Kim, does she have money in or is the money out right now? Is it retracted? Is it in their hands? What's the status?
I don't have a report on that. As far as I know, at the end of the day, it doesn't do any good to bring money in if you still have, the money changers there in control. I got the impression that there's enforcement that is about to come because you got to think President Trump's put his name on the line, his ability to be the president of the next election's on the line, right?
Right.
And they want to keep people, from voting. So they're trying to extend this at least to June 10th, right? Down in Virginia, he told people they can't leave their houses until June 10th. Like, how dare he? I mean, that's such a loaded and obvious, corrupt thing to do. And down in Virginia, I think it's pretty cocky that they've already assembled against him. So, I think where you're at is that.
If the military ends up going into the banks, they should make sure they bring like a cell phone. They wipe out the cell phone communication so no burner phones can go off.
Yeah. I mean, look, if the military would intervene, right, and they just realized, like, what is actually happening, and the people rise and start to assemble properly, peaceably, right, and, organize and realize the reason why we don't have freedom is because we've all been sleeping in our house, letting a corporation, control everything in our life, right?
Yeah.
And if we just take ownership and responsibility for our role in all this, then we can be free again. But if people continue to sit home and do nothing, if they continue to just write garbage on Facebook and hate rather than actually participate and contribute and make something better, then no change will happen. So that is the option. It really is in the hands of the people right now. It's in the hands of getting messages out everywhere as often as possible, and not just fear messages, but solution. We can't just be talking about what they're doing wrong. We have to say what are we doing to make a change. And if we don't take ownership of how we can change things, then we deserve to be enslaved.
Yeah. Well, everyone get in action. This is the time. The assemblies are forming. Get involved. Go to Lawful America.
Yes, go to lawfulamerica.com. We'll guide you through the process. We're doing National Assembly. We the National Assembly. They don't have huge numbers. They do have people. I think about 40 states, and they might have somebody in every state. And it only, Kim always used to tell me this, it only takes one. It only takes one person, right, to start a movement, right? You get and then they get one person who basically ends up being responsible to pull the people in. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. So we're off to a good start.
Yep. All right. So you think it's a good place to break for today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sounds good then. Well, thank you for everything, Tank, and anything you can do to help. Just let me know. I'm definitely, show up anytime you're doing one of these. And everyone should also, participate. Get involved.
Thank you again, Dan, for being there. I appreciate it sincerely. Everybody, have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Be sure to subscribe.